signed up to volunteer for Gainesville First Church of the Nazarene, and I want to say thank you. At Gainesville, we found that people struggle to find meaningful and authentic relationships, but you're becoming a part of helping people to connect to God, to connect to each other. Now, as a volunteer, there's a couple of resources that you'll want to have access to. One of them is Elvanto. Elvanto is our volunteer management system. So this is where you'd figure out the service, order of services if you're working in the worship service, or if you're volunteering for children, or for adults, for Sunday school, or for small groups. This is where you track attendance, where you could contact people through mass communication, where you have access to a directory, where you can get access to birthdays and all of those great things. So what you'll do if you're a new volunteer, before you go to your orientation, you want to log in or create an account. So you log in this way. You go to elvanto.com, and then in the top right corner, there's log in. Now you can type in this address here. And if you type in gainesvillefirst.elvanto.net, it will take you to our personal account for Elvanto, but probably you'll access it through this way. You could type in your email address if we have your email address already in the system, or you can type in here, Gainesville First, and you can search for it. And you'll see that our church one is the only one that will pop up. This is kind of what you'll see whenever you search for it, Gainesville First Church of the Nazarene. Now, if you're setting up a new account, you can scroll to the bottom. You don't have an account, you can sign up. Probably will already have an account information sent to you via email, so check your email before you sign up. But if you don't have that email, go ahead and set up an account. So we'll just set up one here, John Doe. This is just a sample one. Now, make sure you're putting in your phone numbers for things. So we have that. And if you're volunteering at the thrift store and at the church, be sure to check both of those boxes. If you're just volunteering at one location or working at one location, then just put the church campus. Now, usually departments will be available for you to log into. You'll see something like worship or Sunday school or small groups. You can connect to those or you cannot connect to those. We'll be sure to do that at the orientation. And then you want to set up a username. And then put in your password if this is the first time that you're logging in. Verify that you're not a robot and create your account. So what you'll see when you first log in, you'll see something like this. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see upcoming events. Usually there won't be posts unless we want to get something out to everyone and they have access to it. But you'll see up on the top of the screen a menu bar. Home, roster, songs, calendar, member directory, unavailability, my groups, my giving. You want to keep track of these things. In roster, you'll see your upcoming schedule, when you'll be volunteering. Oh, we have volunteers for this upcoming Sunday. And you'll see the songs if you're working with the worship team, or if you need access to that worship calendar. So that's under roster. We skip songs unless you're volunteering for the worship team. You'll figure that out if you're working with the worship team. Calendar, you'll see upcoming events. This is also on our website at GainesvilleNaz.com. You can access that calendar there. Then you can go to member directory. Now, if you're setting up a new account, you won't have access to the member directory until we approve you. But this is a helpful tool. Under member directory, you can edit how much people can see about you. I think I have it right now. People can see addresses and phone numbers and birthdays. So if you want to change that, be sure to do so. You can track your unavailability. So I can say, I'm not going to be able to volunteer on the 25th because I'm going to be out of town, let's say. So all day I'm going to be out of town. It doesn't repeat. It's just a one-time occurrence. and that's for church campus. And let's say the reason is I'm out of town. So then I'd submit that, and then it would show up here under my profile. And the volunteer directors, so whether that's Ryan you're working with or whether it's Leah under Sunday school or whatever, they'll get notice of that. Now let's say there's always a reoccurring day of the month where you're unavailable. So let's say every fourth Sunday you're not available. What you do is you just repeat it monthly and say, I'm not available, unavailable. Let's say you have work every fourth Sunday. Well, then you're not going to be able to volunteer. So you'll just set an end date for that if you want, and then you could submit that there. So that's how you track it whenever you're unavailable. Notice on the left side of the screen, you'll see some of your profile settings. If you want to change your privacy settings, you can track that here. And you can also see who your family, you can connect with your family. Now, two other things you'll want to notice is the groups that you're a part of. So I'm a part of the Spanish class right now and the Nazarene class. As we go, we'll add people to the small groups and things like that. If you're a leader, you're going to want to know how to use this, because through this is how you'll connect. You can send mass communication to people and access people through there. Now, right now, I'm not set up as a leader. Sharon Woodall set up as a leader. So she would be able to go in here and mass communicate, send out a mass email to everyone through there. Now you also see an area, My Giving. This is for everyone in the church, not just volunteers or members. But here you can access your giving. You can keep track of it, and that's available there. You can also link your Facebook and your Google account. I found that helpful whenever I was logging in. That's the gist of just setting up your account. We'll go over more at orientation, but familiarize yourself with it before we meet together